Hello everyone, Brendan Snyder here. Thank you for joining me and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at Chris Squire's solo album, Fish Out of Water, that came out in 1975. This one here that I'm holding is a 2 CD deluxe edition that came out on Esoteric Records in 2018, and that's what we're going to focus on here. Now, Chris Squire has the interesting distinction of having been the only Yes member to appear on all 21 of their studio releases, at least at the time of his death in 2015. The history behind this was, as I said, it came out in 1975, but it actually came out on Atlantic Records, and it followed a period of inactivity by Yes, where coming off of the Relayer album and tour, they had made a decision that all of the members would each record solo albums, this being one of them here. But why I'm focusing on this is that for all intents purposes, I consider this to be a Yes album all in but name, based on the members and the contributions that are on here. So of course you have Chris Squire on here playing bass, guitar, and vocals, Bill Bruford on drums, Patrick Moraz on synthesizer and organ, and then you've got King Crimson saxophonist Mel Collins on here, and Andrew Price Jackman, who is from a Chris Squire earlier band called The Sin. Now at that time they hadn't released anything, there was no official album by them, but in 2005, Chris Squire actually reformed the band and released this album here, which is worth checking out if you don't know that one. When this came out at the time, it was considered a moderate success. The critics did praise it, and it did chart in both the US and the UK. This one here, the 2 CD deluxe edition on Esoteric that we're focusing on, it comes with the remastered original album, a new stereo mix from 2018, bonus tracks including single mixes, and then also an A and B side single that was released in 1981 by Chris Squire and Alan White has been tacked onto this, which is pretty cool, and it also contains a 24-page book in it. Now the thing that really got my attention on this and made me interested in picking it up was this new stereo mix from 2018. It was done by King Crimson's Jacko Jasic on here, and it brought out many interesting textures in this that I hadn't heard before, kind of really emphasized them. It added clarity and definition to the instruments, and it also adjusted some of the positioning of the instruments within the depth of sound, bringing some things to the forefront, pushing other things back, and or moving them to left or right in terms of that stereo mixing on here. Now in this 24-page booklet that's in here, there's a little write-up on this new mix, and Jacko said that he wanted to create a space so that the listener could sit in the middle of the new music, that sound, and I think he did achieve that. It definitely feels much more three-dimensional in terms of what I'm hearing in and around me. Also, there was some previous orchestral parts that I hadn't really noticed much. They seem to be buried in the original mix that have definitely been brought to the forefront here, making this definitely a new sounding mix, almost like it's a new release, hearing it for the first time kind of a thing. Now, there's some interesting information on a couple of the songs here, though. One song called Hold Out Your Hand has an organ passage in it that's played by Patrick Moraz here, and it was recorded on the St. Patrick's Cathedral in London, which is kind of cool. And out of all of the solo material that had been recorded during this period of inactivity, this one was one of the only songs that was performed on Yes's upcoming tour at that time in 1976. So it just shows you how well received this album was at the time, and how much a part of the Yes band this was, having had those additional members on it. The track Lucky 7, the title refers to the time signature of it being in 7/8, and I thought that was kind of cool. And it was edited down into a single and released at the time. And then the song Safe, Cannon's song, it actually contains a melodic passage that's from the Yes song Close to the Edge. So again, just another Yes connection there, along with those band members and things. So here's the front cover of this, and then here's the spine. It's a 2 CD digipack release, and there's the back side. You can see all the track listing on it. And then we'll just open it up here. You get a couple of cool shots here, and you get this one of Chris Squire there. And then you see the 2 discs, and I'll pop out the discs so that you can see what's going on behind it, get a full impression of this thing. There's that side, and we'll flip it around here, back side there. And then, as I said, there's a 24-page booklet in it. It's got some really cool stuff. Cool picture right there, and then it kicks off with some cool history and things, and there's some great promo clippings and stuff like that in here. Cool unreleased images. There's a full picture of that stained glass that's on the back of the album. A lot of really great written up information here that goes into detail of this, how it was recorded, when it was recorded, stuff like that. There's also this here, cool write-up on the stereo mix of it, goes into more detail there. Then you get track by track information here and on the album as well. You get some cool single covers there. And then you also get lyrics in this as well. And a cool fitting tribute to Chris Squire, who we lost in 2015 here on the back side of this. And this, of course, coming out in 2018, making it a really nice tribute to him. So all in all, I think this is a pretty cool collection here. You get both the original 1975 remastering of it. You get the 2018 new stereo mix of this thing. It's got a couple single mix tracks. It's got Lucky 7 single mix and Silently Falling single version on here. And then, as I said, it's got the 2 Chris Squire and Alan White songs, Run with the Fox and Return of the Fox, the A and B side of a single that they released in 1981. I think it makes this collection really quite worthwhile, and that new mix alone is really interesting and highly worth checking out. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.